welcome back to my channel, Dawson ASMR. Today's video is going to be my quarterly physical media haul, and this is the first in a new series that I'm going to be putting on this channel that I will be posting 4 times a year, just sort of wrapping up or hauling, showing you the movies and books that I accumulated in that past quarter, those past 3 months. So today, we're going to be looking at all of the movies and books that I accumulated in July, August, and September of 2025. And I'm just going to show you what they are, tell you a sentence or two about them. We won't stay here too long, because I don't want to just bore you to pieces, but I could listen to someone talk about these all day. So, first and foremost, we're going to do books. I actually didn't get many books this past quarter. The next quarter will be quite a few, because I've been pre-ordering throughout the year, and they're just not in until the end of the year for some reason. That's when books were being released, is October, November. But I did pick up these 3. So, Supernatural is a TV show, or was a TV show on the CW, and hopefully that's coming through. Yeah. And they apparently published some books, and they're very hard to find now, because people like to assume that books are, especially like books like these, are like worth something, so they're charging $200-300 for one of these, and there's like 17 of them. Girl. But I managed to find the first 3 were being republished, I think. I found these, I want to say Books A Million, don't quote me on that. But I found Bone Key, and then I also found Witch's Canyon, and then I also got Nevermore, and these were the first 3 published, so fingers crossed that they're going to be republishing them all. But essentially, what Supernatural is about is these 2 brothers, Dean and Sam, and when they were children, their mother was taken by a demon, and as young adults, Sam's in college when I think it all begins, their dad goes missing, and they go on a search to find him, as well as the demon that took their mother many years ago. And no spoilers, because I'm only halfway through season 2, but I'm loving this. It's exactly my vibe. I'm addicted already. So yeah, I got the first 3 because I love reading adaptations of existing TV shows and movies, tie-ins, so I don't know when you can read them, what order. I'm dying to have all 17 though, because I've been loving this show, and I've been accumulating Supernatural stuff. So, those are the only books I got. Now, movies, I got quite a few. I went ham, and let me tell you why. I found a lot of good deals. Check your thrift shops, check your local Goodwills. Mine sucks, but sometimes you can find some good deals. And definitely check your bargain bins at all the stores. Big Lots, Walmart, Dollar General, I think still has a few. You can find some really good deals that way. Some really lost gems. So, I'll show you first, just in, I guess, no particular order. I pre-ordered some. I'll show you the pre-orders at the end. So, this is the first one. Let you get a good look at it. This is Final Destination, and this is the 5-film collection. So this has Final Destination, it has Final Destination 2, 3, The Final Destination, and Final Destination 5. Does not have Bloodlines. I'm gonna have to get Bloodlines. That one was okay, it was pretty good, but it wasn't anything, none of these films really are. They're essentially about every single movie is about a new group of people who escape death's plan in one form or another, whether it be a plane crash that they didn't get on, or a race car track that they managed to get away from, and death has to make things go right. There is a system to the universe, and it has to go the way the universe is planned. So, very gory, very CGI, but I love it. This is such a comfort franchise for me. I grew up, Devon Sawa was like one of my awakenings, and then I saw him in Chucky, and I was like, oh, now we can get into the priest thing again? Really? But, I love this. I just buy my horror on DVD. They're cheaper. I just want to be able to watch them. So, I'm not worried about, like, fanciful filmmaking. So then the next collection, Paranormal Activity. And these two actually got on sale. I'm assuming because Walmart was clearing out these covers to put their new, like, Halloween covers. But I got these for, like, I want to say $6 a piece. So that's like 5 films for $6 for 5 films. When they were showing, I think, 20 or something. I don't know what was happening. But I said, I'm going to jump at it, and if it's incorrect, I'm not going to correct anybody. So. But this has the first 3, the 4th one, and then the marked ones, which could be my favorite. But this follows a group. What's these 2 sisters first? Katie and Christy, who have been haunted by this demon their entire lives. And the first movie starts with Katie and her boyfriend Mika, who decide to set up cameras around the house just to capture the paranormal activity. And this absolutely garnered the found footage subgenre. It really set it forward. People saw this in theaters and thought it was real. Because Blair Witch had happened and people thought that was real. And then this revitalized it come the mid-2000s. Yeah. I had to get that. Absolutely love it. Do you hear my mother's alarm? I'm always up before her. So then I got... she's still going. Then I got this one. I'm just grabbing these in no particular order. This one was sent to me by a lovely viewer from my Amazon wish list. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I never expect anything, but it's just listed in my description because a lot of people have asked. And a lot of people have asked for a P.O. box. If that's something you want to see, let me know. If that's something you would want to use. Because I didn't realize those things were like subscriptions. Like, those are expensive. And stamps have already gone up to like 70-some cents in America. I'm like, let me see what the post office has. So, but if that's something you want to see, anyways, this is Speak No Evil. Such lovely sounds. So this is the remake from, I believe, I want to say 2024 when this came out. And the original only came out about 2 years ago, but the original was a foreign film, and it didn't pick up much traction, so they re-released it from Blumhouse instead. And they brought in a new cast, so of course there's James McAvoy leading it, and Scoot McNairy's in this, and of course her name slips my mind, but one of the leads from the best Black Mirror episode, San Junipero, is in it, and she is just stunning. But this is about a couple who are on vacation, and they run into another couple with a mute son, and it's very important, and they end up going to their house in the countryside for vacation again, and the new family is not what they seem to be. Why you would go to a stranger's house in the countryside where there are no police and no city officials when you just met them a month ago, I don't know. But excellent story. I love this movie. I prefer it more than the original. I think also because I just have a soft spot for James McAvoy. I think he really knows how to work horror, and we don't put him in the conversation enough as a horror actor. So then I have, I watched this in theaters, adored it. I hadn't watched any of the rest because they give me panic attacks, but Saw X, I've watched the rest of them now, but I saw this in theaters and adored it. It was so good. To me, apart from the first one, this is easily the best. It really is. and I know that's controversial, but the filmmaking is just so stunning. It feels like the grit of the Saw that we love, while also having this polish over it. Kramer is back in all his glory. This takes place between Saw 1 and 2, so it's a prequel, technically. But I love having him back. I love having Amanda back. And there are a few other surprise cameos. And since this is the 10th one, I'll tell you what the first one's about. There's this serial killer who he essentially puts people he deems to be unworthy of their life, who, addicts, people who have unalived other people, who have done wrong to their families, doctors who have malpractice, things like that, and he puts them to the test. So he's not technically unaliving them. They do it to themselves if they don't pass the test, which is usually to harm yourself in some physical form. But they're wild. The stories are wild, and they're definitely a guilty pleasure. So, yeah. I got Sonic. Pre-order. We're gonna wait on that. 2 more pre-orders. We're gonna wait on this. I almost feel like bad that I bought this many, but I remember I got a lot of them on sale, no more than $2 or $3 a piece. A lot of them used. So, in 3 months. So, yeah. So then this one. Ooh, this one's fun. This one I ended up getting used. I think thrift books were half priced, but I have a terrible memory. One of the two. One of the something books. So, but this is the rental. And this is such a comfort movie for me. I just watched this actually a couple days ago. Again. So this follows 2 couples, them and then them, and they are going on vacation to an Airbnb for the weekend, and it's a home invasion story. Really freaky. I don't do home invasions. I'm terrified of those happening. But, it has Jeremy Allen White, it has Dan Stevens, who you may know from The Guest, previous horror. It has Alison Brie, who you may know from Together, my favorite, Diane BoJack Horseman. But she's also married to the director. This is his debut, Dave Franco. So, absolutely adore Dave. He also directed Together. I believe he directed, or he wrote it. I think they wrote it. I don't think they directed it. But stunning, stunning movie. You need to watch this if you haven't got a chance. Another one I found, really good deal, got it used, but it was in excellent condition, was the Purge movies. Now, I own the first one on Blu-ray, and I haven't opened it. So, these I ended up actually getting so that I could just buy them all cheaper. It was way cheaper to do this than to buy individual. So, but this has, I'll show you. So we have the Purge Anarchy, the Purge Election Year, and the first Purge. The only one I'm missing is the Forever Purge, and that one I can get pretty cheap on DVD, even if new. But this is really good. It has all 4 of them. It has bonus features, deleted scenes. It's the whole shebang. In very, very good condition. I lucked out. I'm very particular about used movies. So yeah. Got that. I think we all know what the Purge is about. 24 hours, crime is legal. It's crazy. Ooh. Okay, these are a couple Goodwill finds. My Goodwill is awful. You go and you might get the same 6 Julia Michael workout tapes, or in the way of media, old Disney VHS tapes that don't work. So, but sometimes you luck out, and I did. And at least the prices haven't gone up dramatically. I've seen some places charging $6 for DVDs, and I'm like, calm down. It's brand new for $5 at Walmart. So, 27 dresses. See, I'm not all about the horror. I have a really big soft spot for romantic comedies. I love romantic comedies. So this is 27 dresses, And this has Katherine Heigl and James Marsden, because let's face it, when we want to watch a romantic comedy, or rom-com, I should say, we're always looking who are the love interests, who are the cast leads. So it's them too. And this is about Jane, and she's a woman who, she has just been happily the bridesmaid for 27 weddings, right? And she's just been dreaming of having her own wedding. And who's going to sweep her off her feet? James Marsden, of course. So I grew up on all these rom-coms. You'll be hard-pressed to find one I haven't seen. So, yeah. And then I have another Goodwill find. This is another rom-com. Just My Luck. Lindsay Lohan and Chris Pine. Chris Pine had already been serving the masses with Princess Diaries, but of course he had to deliver with Just My Luck as well. But this is about a girl named Ashley. She has like the best luck. She's the luckiest girl in Manhattan, right? And she has this kiss with, you guessed it, at a party, and there's like this change. She suddenly just has the worst luck you can imagine. So, very funny. It is just so cool, so fun. I love the vibes with these types of movies. They're very easy, very silly. I mean, and I love books like that too, which is like low-key probably why I'm hoping my first book comes out like that. So, but, oh, this is another one. This one actually, it was in the plastic, but it was busted, so I guess that's why. But, like it's busted a little. You can see the discs are in perfect condition. It was in plastic. This is Blue Mountain State. Sorry. This is the complete series. And this is, well, it's essentially, it's American Pie, but set at a college. So, and it's a football team. I grew up watching this. I shouldn't have at my age, but I had brothers. I had cousins. They let you watch it. They let you play Grand Theft Auto on their PlayStation. You don't rat on them for doing stuff they should be doing. It's a deal. So, very fun. I feel like such a grown-up, and I want to revisit it. I love these types of movies. They're silly. They're stupid. You know, everyone has their guilty pleasure. And if you grew up in the 2000s, accept it. Justin Long got owned. You know, those types of movies. So, the Seth Rogen movies, things like that. So, Neighbors. I think I went on a date to see Neighbors 2. So, yeah. But it was in plastic, and I bought it used. But this is the only thing wrong with them, which is I guess why it was there. Maybe someone ordered it and they couldn't take the return. But very cool, very cool. And then, oh, like I said, check your local bins at your stores. Walmart $5 bins, they switch them up all the time. Just keep looking. I think right now, I don't know if it's across entire America, my area at least, and I know a couple surrounding states, they have all the Hunger Games for $5. So, if you don't have them, I don't have them, but I'm probably gonna get a Blu-ray box set when the new movie comes out. So, but this is the first one. Scooby-Doo and Scooby-Doo 2. Monsters Unleashed. And these are the live-action Scooby-Doos. They're very divided, I think, between audience members. But for me, who grew up in the 2000s, grew up playing the video games of these on the PC, such comfort. And I bought this because me and my boyfriend decided to watch them to relive his childhood. He's a huge, huge Scooby kid. He had all the plushies. He had the big 10-foot, whatever. You know, the big one that sits in the corner of the bed. So, it was fun just getting to relive them and seeing him smile and laugh and realizing, wow, this person that I'm in a relationship with, I'm taking care of them and they're taking care of me and we're in line with each other, but they were once just a child too, just like me, who was scared of the world. So, I don't know. Sorry to get mushy, but yeah. And then one more, no, two more, and then we'll get to the pre-orders. This is Uncharted, and I need, can you come here for a second? I need to whisper. This is for the people who are hard-time gamers or who love this game series and had a lot to say about this movie, who were particularly nice to other people who like this movie. And this is not for you who are just like watching you stay and watch. Baby, it ain't that serious. If you didn't like the movie, just say that. One of my favorite book series of all times was adapted into a movie with Tom Holland, and it tanked, and it was one of the worst movies I've ever seen. I didn't attack people who liked it. Chill. And I say that because I posted a TikTok where I talked about how I rank things on Letterboxd. Follow me, listed down below. And I gave this 4.5 stars. I was shredded to filth. People were attacking me, was the best word I could use for it. It was ridiculous. Like, comments were starting to get flagged by TikTok. I had to delete some of them because they were, yeah. But, no, it's just a movie. Like, get over it. But this is fun to me. This is Tom Holland, Mark Wahlberg, Antonio Banderas. Essentially, it's just this boy, Nathan Drake. He's a man, 20s, I think. He's a jewel thief and a treasure hunter, kind of like Tomb Raider, but not for the good reasons. And his brother left him a map to a treasure that they were hunting because it's their family heirloom. And he goes off in search of it and his missing brother. He plays Sully, who is in for it, maybe for the wrong reasons. Tony Banderas plays the villain, always a great character actor there. So, love this movie. I don't care. I have fun. It's a comfort movie. I love temple adventures like this, The Lost City, the Tomb Raider movies, The Lost City of Z. I love that stuff. So, sorry, I had a soapbox for that movie. And then this next movie, last one before the pre-orders, real quick. This is, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you want to watch it, I'll just show it to you. I'm gonna show it to you. Okay, it's the Collingswood Story. I'm gonna tell you about this, but I need you to know if you want to watch it, you need to get yourself a copy of this if you want to rewatch it over and over. To rent it, it is $12, I think, US, and that's ridiculous. And it is going to be removed pretty soon from Amazon altogether, and it will then become lost media, the same way 28 Days Later was lost media up until just a few months ago when 28 Years Later came out. So I had to get myself a copy of this because this is such a comfort film for me. I didn't want to lose it because it used to be on Prime streaming, then I took it off. But this essentially follows a girl and her boyfriend who, she is in a college town and she's boarding a room in this couple's house who are away for the weekend, and it's Halloween, and her boyfriend video chats her on the old computer, you guessed it, AOL. This takes place, and it was filmed on AOL style in 2002. How wild is that? This preceded Unfriended. Unfriended didn't start that. Collingswood Story did. So it's technically a found footage type of film. It's that subgenre. It takes place all on a computer, and they use the 1-800 numbers to video chat different people, you know, telegrams, like the singers and the ukulele players, and they come across a psychic who tells the girl that the house she's been living in is haunted because of a satanic cult. So, very creepy. This oozes that horror. If you like analog horror, you watch YouTubers like that, you're gonna adore this. So, if you want to watch it and watch it over and over, I suggest just picking up the Blu-ray. They're on Amazon right now because they're going to be removed, the streaming anyway, for even just renting, which is ridiculously priced. It should be like $4. But definitely try that out. So now, for the pre-orders, I pre-ordered 3 films because I don't buy films very much anymore unless brand new, unless I know I'm going to want to watch them over and over, and I'm going to adore them, and I want to support the cast and filmmakers. So I did 3. One of them I walked out of the theater and immediately pre-ordered it, even though there was no cover. like on the listing yet, but I had to. So, first I got, well, this one's Sinners. Did you all watch Sinners? Do you play with Sinners? It's currently ranked the highest rated film in horror this year. So, this stars Michael B. Jordan and Michael B. Jordan. Two of them. And just to start at the cast, you have, Haley Steinfeld, you have Jack O'Connell, you have, I can never remember her name, pronounce it correctly, Wunmi-Masaku, I want to say, and that's Mother. That's just Mother, let me tell you. But you have a whole slew of a whole cast. You have a lot of cameos from really profound blues players. You have the debut of Miles Catton, who has done nothing else, but he's very talented in blues. And this follows two twin brothers, Smoke and Stack, who come back home to their plantation town, and they want to open a juke joint. And lo and behold, it don't go right. So, phenomenal, beautiful, the music. I would tell you right now, Miles Catton and Jack O'Connell will be nominated for the music category at the Oscars, if not the Grammys. I'm sorry, they've taken it. I'm just saying. This is stunning, has such a root to planet, both in black culture and Irish folk culture, and this takes place near the South, the Deep South, of course. And if you know anything about history with the Deep South, a lot of the roots came from the Scots-Irish. So to have an Irishman infiltrate their juke joint and want to, wrestle up things, it's very telling of slavery and colonization at the same time. Very interesting. I could talk about this movie for days. Just, you need to watch it. It's so stunning. It's on HBO right now, so go watch it. But I love this movie. I love Ryan Coogler. He is one of my favorite directors right now working. I've seen all of his stuff. I have not seen a bad film. I think they're all 5 out of 5 for me. Genuinely, and that's saying a lot. So, have his, and then this is the other horror one. So there's one more that was like that I pre-ordered it immediately after seeing it. So this is years later. Is that Aaron Taylor Johnson? Yes, it is. And he could boot kick me, and I'd thank him. Like, rupture my appendix by stomping on me. I don't care. Sorry. You have Ray Fiennes, Jodie Comer, the phenomenal debut of Alfie Williams as his son. And this is just one of those stories that catches you off guard. This is essentially following 28 years after the start of the Rage virus from 28 days later. And the Rage virus essentially just makes you, like, rage. Every bit of anger that's inside you boils out, and you have no humanity left inside you. You're alive. You're not undead. But it's just pure rage. So, very scary. And this starts as a horror movie, but becomes something else. That's all I'll say. But it made me sob like a baby. And Jack O'Connell, funnily enough, is also in this movie. So, in the sequel, he will have a more prominent role. There is a sequel coming out, I think, January. So, but yeah, Danny Boyle directed. He came back. He didn't do 28 weeks, but he did 28 days, and he wanted to do 28 years the correct way. So, yeah, very excellent. Now, the last one I have to show you, this is the one, I watched it, I turned it off when it was done, and I said, baby, I need to pre-order this. I need to pre-order it now. And I did. And there was no photo, and I didn't know what I was getting. But you know what? I am so surprised and so happy. Because, let me tell you, it's Superman. Now, I'll say this with love in my heart. Because I'm not going to tear anybody down for liking what they like. I don't care for James Gunn's filmmaking all that much. Guardian films, not my favorite. Scooby-Doo was good. I think that was just the writing. But I'm not a big fan of his filmmaking style, where it's more comedic than heroics. But this worked. This really, really worked. This is another Superman story. Oh, this is nice. And this is Superman when he's already been established. We're kind of in the midst of his story. Lois Lane knows that he's Superman. He works for the Daily Planet already, and Lex is coming after him. Lex Luthor knows who he is. Who knows who Superman is, anyways, and is coming after him. So much fun. Listen, I love Henry Cavill just as much as the next person. There's not been a single Superman I didn't like, except Dean Cain. But, there are going to be 10 more after David as well. They change. This just happens. I love the Snyder Cut, but let's just calm down. This is still a good film. You can enjoy both. But look how cool this cover is. Clark, Superman, Clark, Superman, Clark, Superman. Very cool. And this just now has been an excuse to buy the Batman 4K, because I don't have that, and I never bought it, but I need it to match now. So, but David Cornsweet, beautiful as Clark. Nicholas Hoult, we're not ready to hear this, is hands down the best that we've seen yet of Lex Luthor, and I am so excited to see where he goes. So, I had to pick this up. It's so good. And yeah, that is all of the movies and books that I got the past 3 months. Like I said, it sounds like a lot. I kind of want to bully myself, but really a lot of them on sale, and then I got them over, 90 days. So, yeah. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I will see you for this part in January. So, remember, you're beautifully, wonderful, and you're loved. Happy watching, happy reading.